a little bit of placement. As you can see, we're in Ireland, but Trinity College always understands itself as part of a global world, or a global university. We have been ranked recently in the top business schools in Europe. I think it's 37 in the world and 15 in Europe, and first in Ireland. So we're always seeing ourselves as part of the wider community of scholars and business people in the world. What is business studies? It is the theory and study of markets, people, and money. It's a very broad degree. Lots of disciplines, lots of skills, lots of capabilities that you'll be coming to grips with over the period of time that you study with us. And we are embedded in the BEST program. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. The BEST program is an entry point into the social sciences, where you'll be exposed to economics, to business, sociology, law, maths, and you can choose a language, a couple of other options. So you'll get a chance to see the wider sort of study of social sciences, and then you can choose to enter into the School of Business. We also have other programs that we partner with, other schools. We have the Business and Language, which I'll be doing a presentation later if you're interested in the Business and Language program. We partner with computer science and business, and law and business. And as part of this expansion, we'll be looking into further partnerships that we can create across all of the schools of Trinity College. So, what is BEST? Just briefly, the director of BEST will be talking about BEST specifically, but briefly, BEST encompasses all the social sciences, economics, sociology, the law. Well, law is a separate school, but you take law through BEST. And it gives you that sense of how do people work? How do we understand each other? How do we interact? What are all the ways that human beings engage with each other and with the world? It's a 4-year degree, okay? And after the first year, you then choose where you want to specialize, where you want to aim yourself for your degree. You get a lot of time to think. We have a reading week in the midst of term. We expect you to spend a lot of time thinking and engaging with material on your own, with your colleagues, with your peer students, with us. There's a lot of interaction with us in the school, and indeed across the whole BEST faculty. It's time for you to really reflect and make your first transition into entering into your own careers. There's a lot of choices, a lot of options. I'm going to talk specifically about the business options, but indeed there is hundreds of courses to choose from, or hundreds of modules to choose from when you go through the BEST program. When you come in, you have a common first year. So you are with hundreds of students going through a process of introducing yourselves to each of these topics. So there's management, I've mentioned these: economics, political science, sociology, maths and statistics. So you do have to have some good numeracy skills when you come into BEST. And everybody takes these, so you all get a chance to see, what do you like? What are you interested in? What really engages you intellectually for your career? It's the second year that you decide. So you get that year to ground yourself, and in the second year you decide what you want to do. And now, if you choose business, then it's not a single honors, it's a single honors course, but it's this particular degree. It's the BBS degree. So you don't enter into the BBS degree in your first year. You actually decide on it for your second year. And then you choose the modules that make sense for that. And then you can go through all 3 years, picking out different things within the business degree. In the third year, we really deepen your exposure and your own engagement with the material of business. I'm going to talk about some high-level disciplines, but this is just a list of all the different courses that you can choose from as you go through your third and fourth year. And you can sit and talk with us about your interests, what might make the most sense, look through some of the catalogs, look through the outlines, see what you want to do, and make your choices according to what you've found your interests to be. So let me talk about some of these disciplines. Management, general management, the act of getting people together to accomplish desired goals and objectives. Working with others to bring together skills and competencies and interests and achieve things that make sense to you and further your own careers. So that's the basic overview. We are a general management program, right? So a couple of questions around accountancy. Trinity looks at the world of management as a general set of skills that you need to have, and as Jim was talking about in the video, because you'll constantly need to adapt. You'll need to understand what's going on in the world, what's going on in industry, what's going on around you with the people you're working with, and use a range of skills, both technical and soft human skills, to try and accomplish your goals and objectives. And that's where the Trinity Business degree is aimed. Within that general degree, we have several specialties and lecturers that do a lot of research in particular areas. We have Mary Keating in Human Resources Management, who's published widely, who focuses on global leadership and the different kinds of leadership approaches that people take in management. Okay, so we have that's a significant area of study for us. Marketing management, a good few people in marketing. In fact, the lecturer you saw, Nora there, speaking to her student, she's one of our lecturers in marketing, and that's identifying and anticipating customer requirements. So working with customers to figure out what it is they need and deliver it. And so we have a marketing stream that goes from second year all the way through fourth year. Operations management, that's my area of interest. So this is the actual delivery of products and services, configuring staff, technology, resources that you have, and bringing them to bear to create products and services that the customers want. Accounting and financial management. As I said, we're not an accountancy degree, but of course we have a significant component of accounting. And if you're interested in pursuing an accountancy career, that's certainly something that our graduates do. And they can pursue accounting and finance throughout the final 3 years and come out of that with very good capabilities and very attractive to the accountancy industry. The broad curriculum, I put this up to re-emphasize what Jim was saying and what we say a lot about our degree. We want you to have exposed to a lot of ways of seeing the world. Okay? And Trinity offers a broad curriculum to all of its students in the second year. But in the School of Business, we really encourage you to think, what am I also interested in? What other ways of seeing the world might I want to explore, but might also be relevant to my own interests, and perhaps that you can use and leverage for innovation and creating your own businesses. So you can see a list there of some of the things that you could take in the broad curriculum. In the third year, all Trinity students, well, many Trinity students, are eligible to go for a year or half a year abroad. So you can choose to go to any number of programs around the world, and that those universities, the number of universities that we facilitate, are expanding every year. And we have a global relations policy that is really trying to give our students a chance to go to other universities in the world. The school, if I'm not mistaken, has the highest proportion of its students that go abroad. Nearly a third of our students go abroad for either a half year or a full year. And that's a significant advantage for you as a Trinity student and as a person pursuing a career in a global world, that you can go out and have some real experience of how others see the world and how others teach things like marketing, accountancy, organizational behavior. The student societies, again, why is the School of Business putting up student societies? Because we see that as a crucial part of your experience here. And then there's numbers of societies related to business. We have the Entrepreneurial Society, we have the Finance Society, we have the Investment Society, a whole range of societies that our students get involved in and work on throughout their time here, and come out at the end of the degree with that kind of experience that they can put on their CVs, they can talk about. They've done their own managing and their own bringing together of resources to achieve objectives. There's also things that wouldn't necessarily be directly related to business, arts and drama, the film society. Those things are all a part of your experience here. So what do you do when you finally are given a chance to go out? When you commence your life and your career? Well, there's a whole range of things. Our students go all over the world. We recently had a reunion of our business studies and language students where they came back from all parts of the world and talked about their experiences in Europe, in the United States, in Australia, in Asia. So there's lots of places for you to go. What can you do? Marketing, your business, accountancy, civil service. A few people in the past have gone to the civil service. Social enterprise is another area of specialty for us. We have a Center for Nonprofit Management. We're working to see if we can expand that as well in this large expansion of the school and entrepreneurship and innovation. Law, international business, financial services. A lot of our students go into financial services, big sector for us. But the opportunity coming out of the degree is not aimed at one. It's giving you the tools and techniques to be able to select a career that makes sense for you. And we work with the Career Advisory Service to help you pursue your next step out of the school. So, we've talked about going out. What does it take to come in? These were the entry points from last year to the various programs offered by the school. The best program there at $495, and then law and business, computer science. You can see all the numbers there. It takes some focus to get in, but once you're in, it's an extraordinary experience, and you never have to take the leaving cert again. So that's an important thing. These are all in the brochure, so all this information is available to you. Before I get to the very end, can I just ask, does anybody have any questions or any things that they'd like to know about the program that perhaps I missed in my tour de force? Stunningly informative. Yeah. Ordinary maths is, I think it's a B that you need in ordinary maths. Is that correct, Jim? I'm looking at you. The ordinary maths?
Yeah, so ordinary level maths at B level. What you need is sufficient math to be able to handle the numeracy that you would have to encounter throughout doing a business degree. You don't have to be a maths expert, but business, like any social science, requires numeracy. You're going to be using statistics and marketing and various other areas that you want.
Thanks. Yes, yeah.
For the languages, are they the only languages offered with business?
You can take a language in the first year as an option. If you're coming into BESS, you can take a language in the first year, and I think there's some opportunity to take languages in a language in the second year. But it's basically, once you've done the first year, you're aiming towards your very specific topics. If you want to do a language integrated with business, we really like the business and language option, which I'm going to talk about at 11:20. Anybody else? Yeah, sorry. You'll have to speak up because
When you go on your Erasmus year, can you go to a country, say like Italy or something, if you're not studying the language in university? Because I'm hearing from my daily secretary.
Can you go to Italy for your Erasmus year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
if
have
you're not studying it in university, can you still go to places like, say if you want to go to France or one of the, in your third year, say if you want to go to France or Italy or something, can you do it if you're not studying French?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different programs though. I mean, they won't be the same partner programs.